So let's talk about VA reno loans. This is something that has not been a topic of discussion for quite some time. And new program, relatively new or revised program, I guess that might be a better way to say it, is VA reno loans. One of the problems our veterans have is they did not have access to a lot of houses on the market because of the strict guidelines that the VA has. So you have a VA renovation program, loan program. Tell them, how's that work?
So with the VA Reno program, borrowers are allowed up to $100,000 in renovation costs, right? So
Above and beyond the purchase price of the house.
that's right. That's right. And so a couple different things is that the work must begin within 30 days and it must be completed within 6 months of closing.
Okay. All right.
So now there are different fees that are associated with the program based off of how much money your project costs. We can break that down for you based off of the amount of your construction, but just keep that in mind. The fees are kind of based off of that.
Okay, all right. So what this does, why are we talking about this today? And like I said at the beginning, VA buyers have been restricted on what they can look for. So now there are a lot of less than premium houses on the market that are listed below market value or can be negotiated below market value that need work, need a new roof, need a new HVAC, need what there's
Wiring potentially. Right?
Yeah,
Older
wiring. There's peeling popcorn off the ceiling.
Yeah.
So things that would disqualify the house from being VA eligible. Now with a VA reno loan, you can buy these houses for, you could buy a $350,000 house for $250,000, put $75,000 into it, and then potentially make it a $375,000 house, because now instead of being the worst house on the in a neighborhood, you've done the work. It's now the best house in the neighborhood. So you can bring up property values in that neighborhood and have instant equity if you use this program correctly.
Yep. And the key thing here is working with a contractor that has a VA builder ID, which we do have some folks available to assist, and also working with your insurance agent to determine what items essentially need to be repaired in order to have the biggest impact on your insurance quote.
Correct. And so talk a little bit about the VA Builder ID. I know typically in renovation projects, you have to get multiple bids in order to qualify. What does a contractor having a VA Builder ID do for the contractor and the buyer?
So at Trident Home Loans, we could submit that with one bid. So as long as we have the time ahead of time, we get your builder approved. If it's someone that you'd rather use rather than our option, certainly that's fine. We just need to work on getting them a builder ID ahead of time, which typically can take probably a couple of days, 2-3 days in the process.
Okay, and we've all heard horror stories of fly-by-night contractors coming into town,
Yes.
and you pay the deposit, they start the job. We've actually had some reputable contractors get in a lot of trouble for not finishing jobs. So what we want to make sure that you are using somebody you know, you trust. The VA wants to make sure that you're using somebody that can be trusted, that is bonded, that is not going to leave you high and dry.
Absolutely.
And that's the importance of having that VA Builder ID. So that's a big thing. This VA Reno loan, when we first talked about it, I guess it was about a month ago.
Yeah, Halloween time when we did the ChatGPT class.
Yeah. This is a game changer for our veterans who have not had the opportunity that other, I'm going to use more traditional buyers. And I'm using that just because conventional FHA and cash are different.
Right. And you say FHA because that's kind of, I think, the more familiar product out there that's been out there for quite some time is the 203 FHA style loan.
Correct.
That allows that. So this, again, gives our veteran buyers another option for them in this market. So.
Levels the playing field, and it's exciting. So if you are looking in a neighborhood and we want to look for that house that needs the repairs, because We can get an insurance policy that's going to bridge the gap while the repairs are being done in the house. So the days of, oh, we can't buy this house because it needs a new roof and I'm a VA. Those days are gone. We can get those houses. We can revolutionize the way you look for your home. And if your orders, you're going to be here 6 months from now, you don't have to live in the house during that 6-month period. So if you know you're coming, we can buy the house, the work can be done, you can come here and it'll be pristine when you move in. Your insurance will then go to a normal insurance policy. You will have everything you want, as opposed to buying a house also that, you may come in, buy a house, and you wish it had this, you wish it had that. So,
and focusing on things, sorry to interrupt, that are going to add extreme value to the house, right?
Correct.
The kitchen's a big one. Master bathroom's a big one. So
Yes.
focusing on those items to help bring your value up even further. So
yeah, value and desirability. Desirabilities for you does not add value to the house, but it adds value to your quality of life. And our home is our number one place for our quality of life. Yep. Because at the end of the day, not everything goes smooth in the mortgage process. Not everything goes smooth in the home buying process. But when I get home at night,
it's pretty smooth.
It's pretty smooth. So we want you, especially our veterans. You've been through a bunch of beep that us normal folk have not been through. I want you to get home. And
I think the theme is the wait is over. The pause in rates, as we go back to that a little bit, is
yes.
The wait's over. The pause is here, and now we're on the other side looking at potential rate decreases, right? So
yes.
The wait is over. We've got a VA renovation option. We've got rates that are looking more and more enticing. And if you're worried that, well, what you're telling me rates are going to go down, well, one of the options we have is we can float your rate down. So if we have another quick decrease in rate, let's say you were to come and look at rates today, and we've seen a noticeable drop before your loan closes, we can float that rate down, whereas some other lenders maybe aren't able to do so. So Keep that in mind.
Yep. And we can also, if you have the right realtor, you can also have them negotiate buying the rate down.
Yep.
Having the seller buy the rate down. No money out of the buyer's pocket, out of the seller's pocket.
Yep.
But
and just
that's
depending on
video.
your product. Yeah, depending on your loan product.
Correct. That's just something a little plug I wanted to throw in there.
Yep.
There are a lot of tools to negotiate. VA Renovation Loan, great product.
Absolutely.
Long overdue, and I'm glad it's here. I'm glad that so real quick, shameless plug. Greg had no idea I was going to do this. Where does Marty and Trident Loans rank as far as VA lenders?
So Marty, glad you asked. The last 2 years is the #1 VA loan originator in the country.
Wait. So not Pensacola, not Florida?
Pensacola, not Florida, in the country.
In the country. And Pensacola and Florida are within the country. So yes, it is in Pensacola, it is in Florida, and it is national.
Yep. So we have the ability to originate in all states. And again, we'd be more than happy to help assist you on your journey.
All right. Well, Greg, thanks again. I got a quick question for you. If somebody wants to find out about a VA Reno loan, how do they get a hold of you?
My phone number, 850-390-0111, or greg@mythl.com.
THL. Tango Hotel Lima.
You got it.
Hey!
Trident Home Loans, I like to say, but...
Yeah. But, well,
Yeah.
But I'm speaking military talk
Exactly.
now. That's right.
Exactly.
So, and when you know what you're qualified for, and you want to find that house that is the diamond in the rough, Bill Martin from 11 Rinky Realty, 850-380-5526, Bill Martin at 11rinkyrealty.com, LevinkeRealty.com, no spaces, no dots, all one word.
Or you can find him on social media. That's actually where I originally found him also.
That's right. Yep. All you have to do is look up the Revolutionary Realtor.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah.